Hello everybody, and Chicken Deco is it, and I'm gonna tell you the Jagdpanther 2 review, full review coming up, and yeah, this is just a garage view right now. So we're gonna take a look at this amazing beast in the garage first, and then tank inspectors, and maybe tons of replays to come. This will probably be my longest ever review of any tank. So stay tuned and we'll find out how good this is and why I have so much content to show you this legendary beast. So first of all, I wanna show you basically some of the background of this amazing machine. First of all, apparently it was developed in the basis of the Panda 2, and the vehicle was equipped with a 128mm gun, and apparently it existed in blueprints. Well, I don't believe that was true. In my according to my own research, the Panda 2 was actually in design, but then they had an idea of the Jagdpanther 2, and the blueprint wasn't actually very detailed. It was just really a sketch. It didn't really have any of the proper details needed to actually manufacturers needed to build this tank. It was only rather a proposal, just a sketch. That's the view. That's the way I view it. I think Wargaming just certainly made this out from some sort of like book source or whatever, some sort of diagram to show that this tank uh, was one of the Germans' plans, but I don't think it's I don't think it's actually I don't think it has a proper blueprint. I mean, alright, so let's check this out. 1,150 hit points, not a lot if you compare to T44. It has 1,300, but that's a medium. Don't compare with WZ. IS3 1,500, 1,550. So it's not that well, it's not a lot, but about 400 less than heavy tanks of the same tier. But then if you compare to the IS-8, for example, it only has 1010, which is worse than the Jagdpanther 2. But then more review of this tank will come up, and let's talk about the Jagdpanther 2. And yes, you're looking at the Tiger here. I got myself the Tiger fully upgraded, and it is a beast. I have to say, absolute beast. Just got the engine to research, but yeah, Jagdpanther 2. It has an incredible 700 horsepower, and it can weigh up to 56 and 54 tons of weight currently. Vents, rammer, and then vertical, gun lane drive. I certainly think I should play it more aggressive rather than camping. So I didn't choose Camelnet or Binos. And check out the view range, 380, pretty good. Signal range, 710. Rate of fire, 5 rounds per minute, and shell damage really high. You're looking for a 500 damage roll average, and bottom line of the damage is 368, so 368 millimeter pen. Damage, sorry. So pretty good for a tier 8 tank. And then we have to look at the penetration, 185 to 308 penetration, still very good. And then not much I want to say about that. I might get myself a skin for this tank, just to make it look cool. I think one of the best tanks, certainly. I don't know, I'll decide that later. Definitely a keeper in my opinion, and this is the gun you want to use. The 128 centimeter Pak 44 L55 has a good rate of fire for that size gun. Damage, as I was saying, very good. 0.35 accuracy, not as good as the previous one, but still very good. And also I need to say that the aim time very good as well. 2.3, that is whoopingly good. And then there's really no need for APCR. You will penetrate E100s most times anyway. And yeah, I just think this tank is really flexible, and just check out the research. So you would have those two guns already researched. You would have the Fudge 12, and you will have the Maybach engine, and then you won't have the tracks, of course. So you want to either go for the tracks first, or to get yourself the what's it called? Or this enhanced torsion bar. Either the two, make a choice. Certainly getting the enhanced torsion bar will help you with the grind, so you don't have to really grind it. So traverse speed wise, the second tracks are slightly faster, but actually quite a lot actually. You will have the engine unlocked, so get this engine and then that radio and then this gun, then research all intents and purposes for this gun. This is the beast. And even if you don't want to get yourself the torsion bar system, what you have to do is get the 128mm, and then what happens is that you can't carry the FUG 12, so you're gonna shove this FUG 12 into the FUG 5 for strange reasons. The tank cannot apparently run on the road if it has a heavier radio. Apparently the radio is too heavy on this for the FUG 12, 150 kilograms versus 50 kilograms. Apparently quite a lot of difference, and apparently the tank would sink into the floor if you have that gun and this radio without the suspension. But grind with it is better than the 39 by a lot, because if you look at the brother, the 39 has to unlock the engine, and it's really slow with this engine. If you check this out, quite a lot of difference. 670 versus 840 horsepower, and as you know, the Ferdinand does not travel very fast with this upgraded either. So, and also you need the tracks. You definitely need the tracks to get that gun. That's why I say maybe Jagdpanther 2 is better, and I made a comparison. Jagdpanther 2 is just so much more agile and flexible, which you need in a tank destroyer. Okay, and what else should I say about it? I went for 6 cents for the commander. I just felt like it, and then camel, because that prevents me from using camel net, so I can use the following, of course. And the next step is to what is it? To get I want to get myself personally get myself some repairs and some eagle eye for the commander, and yeah, make your own choices. And yeah, I got Matilda, yes, Matilda. But then yeah, this tank I have to say is pretty good on stats wise. So let's check out it on Tank Inspector right now. So we're gonna take a look at Alright, we're gonna take a look at the Jagdpanther in the tank inspectors, and what's good about tank inspectors, we can see the actual tank gun itself. So you're gonna see the elevation. So as far as the elevation is concerned, it rises up about that. That's pretty good. Now the gun depression. Okay, the gun depression reaches about as far as this. It doesn't go any lower, but let's just have a look at it like that. Gun depression wise, it's actually not bad, but the problem is the tank is pretty tall, so the gun depression overall is not good. It's alright. You can't do the same as the Ferdinand going across a ridge. If you're going around a ridge, you can't get the gun low enough to shoot them without exposing your whole armor, which can be a problem. But if you if the lump is something like, for example, here, it covers your lower glacis, and you will shoot them anyway. So not a big problem, the gun depression wise. Gun traverse is the one that kills quite a lot. So if you see it goes left and right like that much, Not bad, certainly not bad. But then if you look at the brother tank, which is the Ferdinand, we can see that. Let's check out how far this one goes. So it's not really a comparison, really. The two tanks have different properties. And the thing with the Ferdinand is that this armor is actually not that thick. It's only 200, and tier 8 guns will smack through that all day long, and especially tier 9 and 10. So if you angle it like that, it's 230. But then if you look at the Jagdpanther, it easily reaches 230 without even angling it, like that. Straight on is still like 200 something around here. So that's where you want to expose the armor anyway on the Ferdinand. But then the Ferdinand's front hull is better, much better. So you see 200 reaching 200 here. The lower glacis, however, is weak, as well as the Jagdpanzers. So Jagdpanzer's hull is not as good as the Ferdinand's, but then the question is, would you want to expose your hull anyway, even in a Ferdinand? I mean, Ferdinand will pull off more lucky bounces, but then if you're fighting a guy, then most likely they will knock the crap out of you if they hit that plate. For example, IS-3s, they will penetrate that any day of the week, most times flat on, and that's one of the weak points of the Ferdinand, and it's slower. I'm certainly going to get myself a Ferdinand sometime later. Want to get myself a tier 10 tank. So what Ferdinand can do better than the Jagdpanther is it can come around the corner and just not exposing too much, and all it has to do is to get this gun like that. Because it's got good traverse, it can shoot around the corner fairly easily compared to the Jagdpanzer. They both have the same gun, and yeah, there's not really much I have to say. The Ferdinand raw armor wise is good, but then the angling is quite crap. So Jagdpanzer do pull off a bit more bounces, I would say, because they won't load APCRs, for example, for lower tier. Lower tier tanks won't at least load APCR when they see a Jagdpanzer, and that actually increases the chance you bounce. So yeah, pretty much decent tanks. And why I'm going to tell you why I chose the Jagdpanther rather than the Ferdinand is because, number one, uh, this tank, you don't need the second tracks to arm the top gun. You can still have the top gun, but then apparently you have to have a Fug 5, apparently, because if you have the top engine, the best gun in the game, you won't be able to carry this Fug 12 without the upgraded suspension. So you can still play with it, it's still playable, but you won't have any sense of good radio because there's only 310 radio range. Is quite crap. My tank spec is really weird, it's in Chinese, I don't know why, but you see some parts is actually in English. I'm a bit confused, but I'll tell you what it means. Anyway, so the front armor of this is 150, 130-ish, 140. Here is really weak, 60. Lower glaze is weak as well, but if you just shake it, because the tank traverses quite well, if you see someone's going to shoot, you just turn your tank like that, and you'll easily get 180 sort of effective slope, and if you do it a bit more, 200, but then you expose your side. Side armor is really weak, you can see, even angle like this, it's around 140-ish, people will penetrate. Side armor straight on, quite crap, but then the 30, everyone's penetrated 30 side armor. So that increase of armor on the 30 on the side is not a big deal. And the side of back armor, crap. But then you really don't want to get circled anyway. This tank really won't get circled because of the good traverse speed, 240, so the armor around here is actually really good. The only weak spot is around here, 180 here, and then I would say about here, I think, above. Where was the weak spot? It's quite hard to find it. There's one on the spot here, I think it was a weak spot around the gunman, but not many players knows that, so certainly not a big issue. And people don't load premiums, and side armor don't really matter that much in this tank, and therefore I think this tank is better in all kinds of respects. And okay, let me see if I can do a tank compare. Oh my, I'm not that good at this, but 100, 120, 150, 180, That's 120. Okay, weak spots around here. You see the purpley bit. There's no armor. Well, hold on a bit. I'm still a bit confused, but apparently there's a weak spot here. Alright, just to tell you. But then don't aim for that because you're smacked through that any day of the week most times. Anyway, what else should I say? The engine's pretty good. Speed is pretty good. Everything else is pretty good. A bit low those stats, pretty much useless, but just to tell you the gun is very accurate, and I reckon it's probably one of my best best tier 8 tank destroyers. But certainly I like this more than the ISU 152 because ISU 152 is more sluggish and just poor on the other hands, But Jagdpanther 2 is certainly a keeper for me, and I'm really gonna enjoy it. And thanks for watching. And please, oh, this is not the end. Edit this out for me, Meridio, if you can, or whatever. Crop it. Alright, let's get this game started. Jagdpanther 2, very, very good speed indeed. And somehow I still don't have the aiming circle. Oh, it's so annoying. I missed my shot there, which was pretty bad, but the Lush is not gonna live any longer because our team is certainly gonna teach him a lesson for rushing forward and suicide scouting, I believe. And okay, I don't know why the aiming circle is not there. Let me just check it out. It should be here. I don't know why it's not here, but yeah, something wrong with the replay. Maybe, I don't know. Probably just 8.11 because previous game I showed online, it had the same issue. So you see immediately the gun traverse arc is not very good compared to the Ferdinand, but then it's doable. I mean, it's not bad, and you're gonna see some serious penetration here. And oh my god, where did he pen me? I seriously did not expect him to have penetrated me on the top. The thing is, on Tank Inspector it says that the area on around my mantelet, except of course the top of the mantelet by a bit, it's about 300mm thick, and really you can't really pen that. And oh my god, he drilled my lower bases. Mistake by me again. So 2 mistakes in the beginning of the game. And okay, the thing is, I need to get my hole covered. This tank is really weak in the hole, but then on the mantelet it's very good. And don't know why I got penetrated there. Still don't see the tiger, so I suspect he's not there. Okay, the tiger just popped out. Let's see if we can drill him on that plate there. Come on. And yes, see that penetration. We were able to get through that. That was incredible. And come on. Reload, reload, reload. I'm just gonna fire a blind shot there. Don't know if it hits or not. We'll see later on if we hit him or not. If he's on like 100 health, that's probably we hit him. And he bounces this time. You see, he shouldn't have penetrated first time either. You see, he bounced there. This tank is actually really well armored, I would say. It's certainly better armored than Ferdinand in the higher bit. I mean, there's much more angle on the top, but then on the lower glacis and stuff like that, it's less angle. But then the Ferdinand against tier 8 guns, it's not going to withstand IS-3s, of course, so therefore I think Jagdpanther 2 actually has more armor in some cases. And also, if this tank has more armor in the case of the top, then why not just drive this tank rather than the Ferdinand? If you get hold down, this tank is pretty immune to fire. And I did make a few mistakes, but I was able to take out the tiger, and I got smacked by a T-25 too. He bounced me again. The tank hole wise is not good, but you can make bounces. So okay, we left him on that health, so that means we we're definitely hitting this wall, and somehow I ricocheted off. So you see, it ricocheted off my front again. Shows you the Jagdpanther 2's armor is indeed very good on the top wise. So if you get hold down, it's pretty good machine, and it's fast. I mean, real fast. But then the game finishes, and that's just a brief game, you know, just to show you some of the armor it has. Although it didn't really illustrate the armor when I got shot through the mantelet there. This is gonna be very aggressive play by me, and I'm in this. I'm platooning up with this guy. He's a very aggressive player, certainly, and yet it really suits our style when we drive a Jagdpanther 2. Here I try to do a foolish move here, but you know. So I start reversing, and yeah, check out this platoon number 1. They have a whoopingly low stat for that, so I think they should be considered as a noob. So what line should I call them a noob? Well, I believe that if someone's played, well, if someone has less than 5,000 game played, you're naturally quite a noob. And there goes our platoon mate. Alright, whatever. Let's just try to nail as many people as we can before, of course, the thing before they get into town. Check out the damage we're able to do to them. Oh my god, they're really having a very good day, aren't they? This is certainly one of the best start you can get. Oh my lord, this is a skirmish down this road. You cannot get better starts than this. Shot went a bit higher than I shot it a bit late. Never mind. We'll nuke them. Very aggressive indeed. It's okay before you want some. Oh my god, 900 health just evaporated off him when the Borsig and me smashed him. OP as hell, is it? So you see the Borsig fire? And Prototype's gonna get into the city, but doesn't really matter now. We showed them enough, I think. And there goes our Borsig. Don't know how he got killed one so instant. Actually that's another Borsig somewhere else. Not that Borsig. Mistake. Oh, right in his face. ELCMX. And I'm trying to find that shot if the steward will come out or not. So I've already done 2,000 damage I know of. This is just one of the best insane starts on this map, and this is why I would like to platoon up with other Jagdpanther 2 players to play ultra aggressive. Imagine when there's 3 of us driving Jagdpanther 2 giving crap number 0. There's other replays I'm going to show you in the course of this replay roundup / review. I'm going to show how aggressive you can bring this beast to. Even in a tier 10 game, you know, you can go full out crazy. I was a bit high at the time, so you know, went a bit crazy, and we just went ultra aggressive. So I'm just trying to see if I can nail anyone, but I can't. Borsig advancing again. The Jagdpanther 2's top speed is very good indeed. Acceleration is not bad, but it's not incredibly good. Okay. Oh, is there a shot? Can we find a shot? And yes, German accuracy goes in and left the Borsig on 43. Now that's gonna be critical because I left him on low health. I'm gonna pay for that later on in the game. I'm thinking about okay, there's a Borsig and there's a ARL. He wants to eat that, don't he? Okay, our Borsig just died. I'm thinking, okay, Hellcat and also enemy Borsig can't possibly die here, so I'm thinking load a high explosive. The 3 people left are not the best of players. I'm trying to nail him through that place. I was guessing he might be there, but he wasn't. It turned out he wasn't there. And I couldn't think of any way I can die right now. But then you're gonna see one of my biggest fails of the night. Watch this. Just watch this. Gun traverse killed me. Oh, first shot missed. Uh-oh. Nailed by a Borsig down there. RT fire, knocked me on fire. Fix the tracks. Then Borsig smashed me to death. Oh my god. How did the RT get so lucky? He did like loads and loads of damage to me, and yeah, set me on fire as well. But overall, this game is pretty good. So I'm going to show you how good this speed of this machine is and how aggressive you can do stuff. And okay, I don't think this is a tier 10 game I had, but this is a tier 8 version of Red Shire. On the same night, I had a game against tier 10s, and yeah, we trashed E100 up and stuff like that. It was insane. This gun was fantastic. I can recommend this tank. I certainly believe that this is one of the best tanks in the game, in my opinion. The Jagdpanther 2 are so good with the machine. I don't think I should use camel net and binos because I play this very aggressively indeed, and you know, rammers, vents, and gun lane drives. That's the way forward for me. And I was trying to talk, and then I don't think I was concentrating much here, so I ran into trouble. Didn't look at the map, and I think I had my sound off, so I wasn't really paying attention. Then the world of crap came up. Look, the leopard came. I didn't even know him, and oh my god, I just noticed. And okay, nail that pipe. Okay, back off. I'm saying to my friend, nail that guy. Alright, I got nailed by the IS there. Stay in cover. I'm saying, okay, let's go, let's go. We need to take out that type very aggressively. I'm waiting for him to charge up. And okay, well, I think we're about to go now. Okay, type bounced on me. Oh, he is eating that very well indeed. So I leave the type for him, I think, and then he does 180 damage to me. I do, what is it, 400 something to him. No, not really good trading ground for the T43. Don't trade short with the Jagdpanther 2. You're always gonna lose. Jagdpanther 2. Angle the armor, bounce that. Alright, and then we have a hit. I bounce that shot again. Nail him first. But then teammate nailed him. Nail that guy for 490. Getting shot from all directions. And oh god. Type. There goes the type. Bounce the type. Shove myself in behind the cover. Back off. Okay, and voila. We're winning 9-1. I'm gonna get myself killed again here. Playing too aggressive here. Okay. Here comes the Tiger 2. Oh, only getting the tracks. That was fairly disappointing shot. And artillery, yes. Artillery loves shooting at Jagdpanther 2 because they do almost full damage. One of the bad things about the Jagdpanther 2, if they nail you, you know, it's just bad. But yeah, because the armor is not really good, it's really the angling of the armor that makes it good. So I really suffered there, but I showed you how aggressive we can do, and still do 2,500 known damage. And yeah, pretty good tank. I bounced quite a lot of shells, and shows you the mobility as well. With more gameplay coming up, certainly. This is just a gameplay of one thing all night. It shows you how good this tank really is. How many good games I can have in there. There's no ultra good game yet. I don't have mastery badge either. Just got the gun, like the top gun, recently. So yeah, I need to check on that and possibly bring you a second review maybe. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and a Q&A and ask me anything video is gonna come up. And remember to give a thumbs up for the video, and yeah, see you next time.